Alex Jones, the notorious conspiracy theorist who has been out in the farthest fringes of right-wing media for what seems like forever. His Infowars empire has really seeded the ground for a lot of major conspiracy theories that have since flourished in the years, and especially in the Trump administration. But one of the big ones was his lies repeatedly about the Sandy Hook families and their children being crisis actors, these children who died in this mass shooting. A judge this week ruled that Alex Jones's Infowars can be sold off to pay the Sandy Hook families $1 billion in defamation payouts that he owes them. Now, granted, his Infowars is not worth nearly $1 billion, of course, but it does mean that there's a good chance that Alex Jones is going to go off the air and that Infowars will be sold off piece by piece. The actual physical building, his microphones, I believe the social media handles, I'm not actually sure what the latest is on that, but I believe the social media handles and all of that will go away. And this is happening in a Texas court. I think the most interesting part of this, and this has been going on for a while, is that the winner of the auction last time around for this was The Onion, the satirical magazine that put up some big dollars and got together with Sandy Hook families, actually, to pull together the winning bid. And now this basically opens up the possibility that the Infowars, Alex Jones's conspiracy theory outlet, is now going to be pulled out from under him and handed over to maybe The Onion again, maybe somebody else, and turned against them, weaponized, if you will, in a campaign against these people who had launched these really vicious attacks.
Yeah, I mean, in some ways, this is like, I guess, the end of Alex Jones. But in many ways, I think, Jon, and we've talked about this, I'm not sure that, Alex Jones was the person who pioneered the right-wing conspiratorial space, right? Like, if you go back 10 years, Fox News looked a lot more normal back then. People like Tucker Carlson were considered, to be traditional bow tie wearing conservatives. Alex Jones is really out there, and he was saying a whole bunch of crazy stuff, and he was really out there. And if you fast forward to where we are now in the right-wing media space, everyone sort of adopted his approach. I mean, the president of the United States is basically an Infowars fan, right? He subscribes to a lot of these conspiracy theories that you would have heard Alex Jones pushing, and they're crazy and they're just, uninformed. But it seems like everyone has had his, like, the Infowars DNA sort of injected into their outlet on the right. And so I think Alex Jones is going out of business, and I'm sure he'll find some place to like kind of prop up or whatever. But he's already changed the entire landscape, or helped change the entire landscape on the right. And so, I don't want to call it his legacy because that makes it seem like a good thing, but his legacy sort of does live on through the Tucker Carlsons and the Candace Owenses and the Sean Hannitys these days, and Donald Trump, because he led the way into this crazy land. And, he might be leaving it or being banished from it or having his microphone volume turned down, but everyone else is right there now.
Yeah, and I think that actually he has shown other big right-wing personalities like Candace Owens and others that there is a lot of audience and therefore money to be made in the conspiracy theory world, where you're just whipping up little tiny grains of truth and amassing a massive conspiracy theory out of them. If you're a podcaster or you're working, let's say you do a daily show, a broadcast, you need a show every single day to put together. What are you going to talk about? And there's a lot of boring things out there in the press to talk about. But what's really exciting is telling your audience something that's going to like blow their mind. And that's because it's probably not true at all. And I think that Alex Jones has shown the right-wing space that like you can be very successful by telling your audience stories that they want to hear. And he has been successful also by monetizing that. He built the his online supplement store. He's constantly hawking these vitamins and supplements and Gorilla Mind, all these, all these crazy things.
Strangely,
And,
he looks more unhealthy than anyone. So I don't know if he's the best person to be hawking this stuff.
Yeah, and so
Don't give me his skincare routine, okay? We do not want the Alex Jones skincare routine.
And so I think that what he has shown here is, like you said, that actually this is a very fertile ground that that right-wing personalities can really dig into, and Donald Trump has really embraced that. I mean, he's very much the conspiracy theory president and opening the doors to all sorts of things. I would say though that even if Alex Jones loses Infowars in the weeks and months ahead, that and this is a big win for the Sandy Hook families, who really went through an absolute terrible phase where he was telling his audience that these were not real children, that these adults that are going out there crying, talking to the cameras about what happened in Newtown, that they were liars. And there were protesters and people who would go to their funerals and do terrible things to them. And I do think for them that this is a really monumental moment for them, in which they are getting some of that, revenge on Alex Jones. They're getting a little bit of justice that they really have lacked all this time. But I don't think this is the end of Alex Jones. What do you think?
I don't think so either, John. I think his platform will be reduced quite a bit probably in the wake of this, and we'll see how it plays out still. But I cannot imagine Alex Jones going anywhere forever, and we'll still see who's going to buy this thing, right? It's possible, The Onion won the auction last time around. That doesn't mean that an ally of Alex Jones won't win the auction this time around. Maybe Tucker Carlson says, I want to partner with you, buddy. He's, they're friends now, and maybe they go into business together. Maybe Tucker Carlson buys Infowars. It would certainly fit his audience these days. And maybe Alex Jones is then given a platform to continue spewing his lies. I mean, we don't know who's going to buy this thing. And so I think that's something to keep an eye out for too. But even if an ally of Alex Jones does not buy this thing, I can't imagine that he just goes and disappears. He has I think he has certainly a craving for attention. And I also am curious how people like Donald Trump react to this. And does someone like Donald Trump prop up Alex Jones? We'll see.
Yeah, it's gonna be fascinating. Actually, I do think that now that we live in a very social media friendly environment, that there's nothing stopping Alex Jones from continuing to do what he does, and that means you just get a new handle on X, a new website. We've already seen him go on his show and talk about, you got to join the Alex Jones Network, which is a separate entity. There's a new supplement shop that he swears is not connected to him. Got to go buy your supplements there because we need the money to keep going, keep us fueled up and alive. I do think that Infowars can get sold off, and you see him continue to be out there in the space. And I think that the incentives are there.
Well, we're also living too in a totally different political moment than we were when Alex Jones was deplatformed and thrown, kind of exiled, right? And we're living in a moment where platforms like Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg are desperate for Donald Trump's approval. And Elon Musk is now in charge of X and happy to allow Alex Jones back on there. And I wonder if that could also help him in this moment. If there's pressure on Mark Zuckerberg to allow, the algorithm on Instagram Reels to carry Alex Jones, or on TikTok, which also needs Donald Trump's approval. This is a different political moment, and it will make it easier for Alex Jones to find a way to thrive in the media information environment versus where we were just a few years ago. Thank you for watching Power Lines. For more analysis and insight, subscribe to our YouTube channel down below, like this video, and you can watch more of us right over here.